see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Running inside, it's Richard. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So he gets stuffed on first down, and now you have the offensive coordinator thinking a little bit.
Yeah, we're probably going to have to throw it now on this second play. But what are we going to see defensively? Now that they know we're throwing, might they blitz us? Do I have to leave more guys in to block? There's a real cat-and-mouse game going on right now between these two coaching staffs.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Quickly out to the tight end. And tackled there by the defense. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Could be an alley. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
To the air on first down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Marsh.
So it's third and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this, we're still in the first half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap, you can take a sack. Punting the football at this stage of the game is okay.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Dropping back, it's Hoover. And it's incomplete on third down.
And third and long, everybody is pinning their ears back and coming after the quarterback. You try to throw screens behind those. Sometimes they're very successful, but this time, defense played it great and the play went nowhere.
They kick it away on fourth down. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had him. Breaks into the open. And a decent game there before the defense makes a stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Finds a man in the middle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Dogs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Bringing the heat. Right on target this time. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Great protection there. Plenty of time to sit in the pocket and let his receiver work across the formation.
And he did a great job working across the formation, finding a hole, quarterback, good timing, waiting on it. Nice strike.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Humphries. Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback, receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you...
Caught, and he's got room. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Offense scoops it up and still going.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They gave up the pressure, and that's been a problem, and they're lucky to get the ball back after falling on the fumble. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Marsh. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Now they'll run it to the right here. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And the Hoosiers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Marsh. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Hoosiers have moved it inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Richard. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Sometimes when you play man coverage on the back, man, sometimes your eyes get lost, and you start looking at the quarterback. He didn't lose vision on his man. He saw him break. He broke with him, broke on the football, and did a great job getting there and being physical and getting that guy on the ground.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on down here in this area.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Dangerous screen into traffic. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. He fires a bullet to the right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Georgia using its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll try to do it himself. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Lets it go. With the catch, it's Phillips. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Well, all the different time management situations this head coach was using in the first half has led to this moment specifically right here. This is exactly what he wanted to have happen. He wanted to score a touchdown at the end of the first half, take a lead, knowing he's got the ball first in the second half. If they score a touchdown then, all of a sudden this thing starts blowing wide open for them, and all the momentum is on their side.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Gets the back moving. Back to pass. It's Hoover. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going for the big play. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking left. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Hawaii taking on the Illinois Fighting Illini.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Got a man. It's Phillips. Oh, he's got some space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And when you run run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Floating away. He'll pull it down. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
To the air, it's Stockton. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
When you're in zone coverage and it's 3rd down, man, it's eyes on the quarterback, break as soon as the hand separates from the football. You see the slant coming in behind. Nice job making your presence felt. They want to throw those, they need to pay for them. Be physical, make sure he doesn't catch that football.
Coming out with it, it's Morris. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Their first possession of this 3rd quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. And the Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Direct snap. Still on his feet at the 35. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Back to pass, it's Hoover. Finds his tight end. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man, it's Marsh. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. The Hoosiers look to keep this drive humming. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Richard.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on 1st down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Makes the tackle right at the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5, and they'll move the sticks.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, on 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
And the Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Unleashes one deep. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Plucks it out of the air. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that one.
Was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you can tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Gonna look downfield again. Stepping to the right. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. A strike downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Swings it out to the flat. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to pass. Trying to find the end zone. Tripped up for the tackle.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him. Got him on the ground too quick.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the goal line. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on fourth and goal. Pushes ahead. Nowhere to go, and he's going to lose a couple on 4th and 2.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Throws for the tight end. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. Quarterback empties his backfield. He'll start this drive going to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hoosiers.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Tie game, fourth quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab in their space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Gets it out quickly. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Looking downfield on first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Really good job by this defense. Third down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass, come up and get him on the ground. Big third down stop.
Tie game here late in the fourth. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Might be calling a hot route. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield, and he's got some speed and wheels himself to run with him. And, yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Here's the pressure. Has it. Touchdown, Georgia. They move on top here on the fourth. The Bulldogs answer right back with a score of their own. They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And now this offense needs a late fourth-quarter drive to answer that. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it way down the field. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Looking to throw on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. The Hoosiers right back at him.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down one late. Do you want to just kick an extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for two? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Rushes on him. Fires to the big fella. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
I know he's got the height and the weight at the tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Might be changing the route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires left. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Now the offense has its shot to keep this game from going into overtime. Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
He's got it. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To throw, it's Hoover. They're working that left side. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive game.
The Hoosiers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Right on the money. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? He lets it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He's not afraid to go deep. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. He's got it. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And with that turnover, time has expired here in the 4th quarter, but there is more football ahead. Overtime is coming. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
So here comes our first play of overtime. Makes the grab. It's Marsh. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Using his legs, it's Richard. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And we're seeing a bit of the bend-don't-break attitude by the defense now. Obviously, they've given up some plays to allow the offense to get down in the situation. But with their backs against the wall, this is the best we've seen this defense play. They're having none of this running game down on the goal.
They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Hoover. He caught it. Touchdown, Indiana. They strike first here in overtime.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Interesting decision here as they'll go ahead and go for 2. He's looking to throw. How about the guts? And then it pays off. The 2-point conversion and an 8-point lead in OT. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Taylor.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The run inside. It's Phillips. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
Under fire. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
They're trying to get the receiver on a drag route and work him through all the bodies in traffic, but there's just too much happening. I don't think he saw the throw real well, and it falls incomplete.
It's third down, and they need to get it in the end zone to stay in the game here in OT. Looking to throw at Stockton. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Touchdown, Dogs! They got the score, and now they need the two-point conversion to tie.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. They want to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Could not get there. The two-point try is stopped, and they'll lose by 2 in overtime. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.